Discover how to manifest abundance in today's episode with Malti Patel. She'll tell you about how you can manifest your goals and dreams and how you can manifest wealth. And she's a spiritual manifestation coach. So, Malti, please tell us.
Manifestation Empress podcast
with Lily Patrascu shares manifestation strategies to live your dream life.
Right, okay. A little bit about myself, my background. I actually work in IT, but I've kind of moved straight, I've gone on a spiritual path for a long time now, 15 years or more. So I've done a lot of work on myself spiritually and learned a lot about manifestation, about abundance. And it basically will boil down to your mindset and your beliefs, because you have to realize that everything in the universe is absolute energy, including money, including wealth. It's all energy, okay? And you are energy as well. And your thoughts and your beliefs are energies. And they have to start to align with the wealth you want to manifest in your life. So if you want to earn $200,000, whatever it is, you have to start to align your beliefs and mindset to know that you can manifest that. And one of the key principles is to get to the knowing, because when you get to the knowing without any doubts, that is basically a tipping point where the universe will bring it to you. So it's about looking at your beliefs. So we're all brought up with beliefs, okay, from our carers, our parents, our teachers. We're all brought up with these beliefs around money, around abundance. And you really have to look at what they are, because a lot of them might be blocking you or stopping you from abundance flowing into your life. And, we have this financial thermostat in our head, actually. So we have this thermostat that says, I can earn $100,000, but there might be something that says I can't earn more than that. And you have to figure out where you are on that scale. It's almost like it's set in stone. And that's why people who win the lottery, you get the lottery winners, and then 5 years later, the millions have gone. And you're like, well, how did you manage to lose all that money? It's because their financial thermostat is set quite low. And so they suddenly have, you're given all this money and they can't handle it because their mindset hasn't been prepared for it. And so they blow that money and they go back to the thermostat level they were comfortable with. So there's a few questions you can ask yourself. I want abundance in my life. I want to get this kind of amount of money coming into my life. Ask yourself what your financial thermostat is. Look at your salary, look at your company's turnover right now. This is what you're comfortable with at the moment. And if you want to increase that, you have to increase that financial thermostat in your head so that you will be comfortable with getting $500,000, $1 million, whatever it is you want. That's one of the things you need to work on. So it's about uncovering your beliefs and seeing if there's any limiting beliefs, like what things are stopping you. Is there a belief that says I'm not worthy of having $1 million, or I don't deserve it? It's kind of deep in the subconscious, these beliefs. They're like icebergs. You can't see them. And so you might think, oh, well, I'd love to have $1 million, but there might be something in you that says, actually, no, I don't deserve that. So this is a sort of thing you need to look at, is how to kind of get comfortable with the amount of money you want to attract. That makes sense?
Yes. So tell us some exciting things that you have managed to manifest so far for yourself, or some things that perhaps your clients or friends of yours have manifested with your help.
So I've had to work a lot on abundance myself because, I was brought up to have a very low level of abundance. So I've done things like I've worked on my relationship with money, okay? I've kind of imagined money as an energy and I've welcomed it into my arms and I've kind of danced with money. So I've kind of had to grow my concept of how much I'm worth. And I've done things, I've dabbled in stocks and shares and they're worth a lot of money. You know what I mean? I didn't really know what I was doing, but I was open to the guidance of where to go. It's okay. A lot of it is also intuition, to go with your intuition. So I had enough money to take a year off work, for example. And that's quite something when you've got bills and a mortgage to pay as well. So it's about learning to become comfortable with the concept of money. It's about intuition, like the stocks and shares. I just played with it because I thought I'll try this, and I just happened to come upon, I just bought some stocks that went through the roof. So it's things like that. It's also, don't get too, what's the word? Don't get too hung up on it. You know what I mean? Don't get too invested. I think sometimes people really want to manifest so much money, and they just think about it, and that almost stops it coming into your life. So you've got to be a bit relaxed about it, kind of surrender it as well, and let what will be. Yeah, I mean, in terms, I suppose for me, I have done things like I've kind of bought an apartment, and I paid it off in 10 years, and it was quite a lot of money, really. So it's almost like you get into the flow and money comes to you from different sources. But I think it's because you start to change your relationship to money. You have to then realize, well, I am worthy of abundance, and I will just let the universe send it to me. Checks from the tax return checks, whatever it is, just be open to money flowing to you.
Thank you. So tell us a blueprint for entrepreneurs to start manifesting wealth.
Okay. First of all, work on your beliefs, really work on your beliefs. And I think a lot of this is introspection, and you have to face up to things sometimes you don't want to face up to. Okay. Another thing is, let's think, you can set intentions. Intention is a very powerful energy. It's an energy that almost shapes it determines the path you're going to go on. So you can say, I intend for my company to have a turnover of 500,000, 1 million in the next year. All right. Just simple as that. I give intent for this to occur. And that almost shifts your energy to start going down that path. And then it's about working on things like affirmations, or, having positive statements. And then there's this other fantastic concept called lofty questions. So you can create lofty questions. Now, these are things like, why is my company worth $1 million? Why am I getting high-paying clients all the time? You see, when you say that, your mind can't say, that's a load of rubbish. I mean, you could have an affirmation like, my company is worth $1 million. And your mind could say, yeah, right. You're nowhere near that. But if you say, why is my company worth $1 million? Your mind can't contradict it. You see what I mean? And so this is a lofty question. And so you start to say, why? Why have I got so much money that I don't know what to do with it? Why can I, do all this? Why have I got hundreds of clients coming to me every day? And if that makes sense to you, try it. What you need to do is write down 7 or 8 lofty questions like that. And then when you wake up early and just look at those questions, because at that point your brain waves are in this kind of alpha state where it will go into your subconscious mind, or you can meditate on these things. So these are what you're trying to do is you're trying to change your mindset and your beliefs to know that wealth is coming to you, because that's the key, to know it and to expect it. Because what you need to do is to let go of all the doubts. The doubts and the fears are the things that stop manifestation. Do you see what I mean?
Thank you. How can entrepreneurs overcome doubts?
That's a good question. It's almost like you have to bat it out the field, and that's difficult. So I think, you have to become self-aware. Okay, so when you see the doubts coming in, when you feel the fear, stop yourself and just say, right, I'm gonna let go of that. I'm gonna cancel it. Maybe see those thoughts floating away, and go back, read your affirmations, read your lofty questions. It's almost like you've got to, all the time, you've got to keep moving your awareness back to the positivity. But that requires you to become like an observer of your thoughts and your feelings, and to know when you're going kind of down the vibrational level. Yeah. And so, you've got the Esther Hicks law of attraction, emotional level, and the universe will start to bring things into your life when you're at the high vibrational level of gratitude and joy. And I really believe that for everybody listening, simple thing like gratitude is a great way to to reframe your mind and brain to focus on high vibrational stuff and to let go of fears. It's a gradual process, but you'll find more gratitude coming into you. So, you can be grateful for whatever, your family, your pets, your shoes, your clothes, your car, it doesn't matter. It's that feeling inside that you want to generate. And that you can do. Yeah.
Thank you. I've discovered that I'm manifesting best when I'm in a really great state of mind. Is there anything in particular that you recommend entrepreneurs do in order to elevate their frequency so that they feel great and then they start manifesting better in alignment with what they truly desire?
Yeah, and you've hit the nail on the head. As you say, it's about being in alignment and being in resonance with what you want to manifest. So I would say join like-minded people, go join the groups where you've got the entrepreneurs who are looking to have massive companies. So you can also, it's about supporting each other, people kind of supporting what you want to do, making you feel good about it. So find the right like-minded people, read uplifting books, anything to keep your vibration high, to make you feel like, yeah, I can do this, this is going to work, anything out there. And it's all about just surrounding yourself with that energy in whatever way it helps. You see what I mean? And also something simple like, I don't know, watch comedies. If you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling fearful, watch a comedy, because laughter's great as well. It sounds strange, but all these things help to keep your vibration high.
Thank you. What I found as well is that I really struggle to manifest if I'm sad or if I'm depressed. And if I'm sick as well. And I'm wondering whether you have any tools for entrepreneurs to come out of depression or come out of sadness or come out of negative emotions so that they manifest better wealth or anything they desire.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So if you have to kind of slowly go up that emotion. You can't go from sadness to joy. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. So it's almost like I'm feeling really sad, I'm feeling depressed. Can I make myself feel slightly better today, tomorrow? Can I make myself feel content with what I've got? So be gentle with yourself, go to the law of attraction, the emotional scale, and see how each step takes you up the vibrational scale. So again, it's about being self-aware, and it's about not delving. It's about trying to come out the sadness slowly, if you like, the depressions. Always get help, if you're depressed or whatever. I always say, see counselors, see therapists, talk to people, try and get your vibration up slowly back to kind of joy and gratitude.
Thank you. Another thing that I've found is that there are times in my life when I feel almost like I'm just passing through life, and although I'm always attracting really incredible people, but I feel like I'm not pushing the needle so much, like not so much is happening in terms of actual results, like tangible things. And then what I find is that sometimes, very strangely, out of nowhere, I have this massive energy and then this incredible excitement for something that's going to happen. And I have no idea where that's coming from. But what I do know is that from that energy, a massive excitement and expectation for something incredible that's going to happen, something incredible does happen. And then what happens is that it's like I start to manifest like, 9-figure millionaires coming into my life, and, like really incredible people that most people would just be so, keen to meet, and they wouldn't perhaps get the opportunity. Or I would be invited to a really great event, and at that event I meet a really special person, and even if, let's say, it doesn't pan out financially or in some way, there's so much excitement that just comes from that. So I wonder whether there's any sort of like quick fix, almost like a fast track, to kind of get to this moment of incredible flow where it's almost like you create a feeling of something good is going to happen every day. Something good is going to happen.
Yes.
At any event that I'm going, but it's not an artificial feeling that you're creating. It's like a real feeling, because the way I would describe it is almost like a ball of energy that's like my body.
Yeah.
Like pumping me with gas. It's almost like I'm plugged to electricity. That's how I feel.
Yeah. Cool.
And from that moment, of and from that, you can say from that energy, I'm like I'm not just a machine. Like I'm usually a machine in terms of like doing so many things and wearing so many hats, but
Yeah.
I'm able to manifest so many things and get so many things done and connect the people that needed to be connected. And like so much can happen in a very short frame, time
Yes.
frame. So I wonder, is there any fast track of getting there every day?
So you're very everything. I mean, I feel to me you're very intuitive. Okay, that energy is your intuition telling you, hey, something's going to happen. And so it's about going with the gut instinct. And so you can do things like you can visualize an energy of excitement around you, give it a color, give it a flavor, and just see your cells being filled with a golden light of excitement. And you can tap into that. You can tap into the feeling of gratitude flowing through your cells. And you can probably do that at any moment, and you can just start to feel joyous and excitement and grateful. Think about, I don't know, if you like, birthdays or Christmases or events where you just felt really good and life was great as a little child or whatever, and just let those feelings start to kind of submerge you. And then that will you'll raise your vibration and you'll hook into your intuition because your intuition is coming from outside, from the universe, and it can only connect to you when you're vibrating at a high level. It's very hard for it to connect when you're sad. But when you're in that excitement mode, it's easy for the universe to connect with you and start to give you like as guidance as to where to go.
Thank you. Are there any like special elixirs or like, I don't know, tools, apps, routines, something that could kind of get the entrepreneurs into this high vibe state that will almost like turn them into manifestation machines?
Well, so have you heard of creative visualization meditation?
Yes.
I mean, that you don't have to meditate, but what that does is it gets your whole body and your whole feelings into where you want to go. So with that kind of meditation, just 2 or 5 minutes a day, get quiet and visualize that future you, the one with the big business, the big turnover, or the great clients you're going to work with, and really see that picture. Feel it, see it, smell it, taste it, and let it kind of get absorbed into your cells, into your body, into your feelings. Like every day, can you imagine 5 minutes of just, this is where I'm at. I'm successful, everything's working out. Such a great feeling. And then you let that absorb that into your body, and you'll start again to raise your vibration, to just feel like this is going to happen. You see what I mean?
Yes. Now, I'm finding that every time I meet certain people that I just know they are going to be superstars, like they are going to, and not necessarily like superstars in the sense of celebrities, but they are going to really create like a massive legacy for themselves and their family and so on. And what I find is like there's this vision that I have about them, and I see them in a much higher light than they see themselves. I wonder whether is there any way for entrepreneurs to visualize aside from meditation? And the reason I ask is because I actually dislike meditation.
It's okay. Yeah, not for everybody. Yeah.
So is there another way for entrepreneurs to visualize themselves in the same way that, let's say, I would see them? Because let's say if you don't see a massive vision for yourself, then it's almost like, how can you create it? You don't have it, right? Whereas if you do see it, then it's kind of like easier. So for example, for me, I could meet someone and I could like see, wow, this person could do this, or they could be featured on, I don't know, Gaia TV, or they could be on Amazon and they could do this, and they could do this TV show, or they could do this documentary. Like, it's almost like I'm seeing, and I'm not saying this is for every person. I see this for a lot of people, and they don't see that for themselves. So how can they activate that visionary, you can say that vision in themselves in a way that they're able to activate it, and because they've activated it, then they can make it happen. Because it's like when you know what you're supposed to be doing, you're aligned and you're kind of like going on that path. But when you have no path, any path will lead you there.
Yes. I think, to be honest, I think you can give intent. Again, I think intention, setting an intention, like I give intent to hook into the big vision for me. It will start to come to you. Seriously, it's a kind of intention is a magical energy. So you can give intent to find the big vision for your life or the best path for your life or what you need to do. And I also do believe in the universe, and I truly believe if you say, dear universe, dear God, whatever you want to say, please, give me a vision for my life that's the best one, it will start to come to you. It really will. I mean, it is magical, but you have to be open to it. Just be open to it. I don't think you have to believe it. Just say, I'll give it a go and I'll be open to what happens. And so you can ask the universe as well to show you the path and what you can achieve.
Thank you. Tell us more about your own path of how you manifested those really exciting things that you mentioned earlier.
I basically started reading all the spiritual books before the internet. So my path was like, there's this whole spiritual world out there that nobody talks about, that's very, very helpful. It will help you all the time. And so I just basically followed that path. But that path then leads you to manifesting, because you start to realize, actually, we're creators. Every single one of us is a creator, but we're creating on default because nobody has ever told us that our thoughts and our feelings and our beliefs, that they create our life. And so if your life is a mess, it's probably because your thoughts and your beliefs aren't quite right. But that's fine, because as children, nobody says to us, if you harness your mind, you'll create great things. And so I've had to revamp my whole mindset to get to the stage where I can start to manifest abundance, manifest a great kind of business to take off. And I've learned along the way, right? We have guides, we have angels, we have the universe. They are willing to help you, but you have to ask them. If you don't ask them, they cannot help you. And it's almost like you can visualize a whole entourage of personal assistants around you, okay? And they all want to help you, but you really have to ask, because they just can't. So, I mean, again, for people listening, you might not believe it, but you could say, whoever's out there, please help me with this task, or please help me get more clients. And believe me, things will start to happen. Seriously, it's like magic. And I've done it a lot, and I always get the help that I wanted.
Wow, that is so interesting. Tell us some more methods or techniques that you leverage, or that you know of, that could be leveraged for entrepreneurs to manifest their goals and dreams and wealth in particular.
Okay, so to me, right, so I don't know if people realize, but there's this concept of the unified field. And the unified field has every goal you could imagine. It has your business at the top end. It has your business at the real awful end. And so what happens is, we are always hooking into some of those potentials. All right. So, for example, if you're in a business, right, and you in your head, you think, I can only make $100,000. That's it. Okay. You will be hooking into the potential in the unified field where your business is worth 100K. Okay. But if you can change your mindset, there is a potential there where your business will be worth $1 million. And it's almost like you can visualize hooking your whole mindset and beliefs into that energy ball where your business is worth $1 million, and just focusing on manifesting it in your life. Okay. And also what you need to do is you have to realize everything is energy. Our bodies, everything is energy. And we have to create, if you like, energetic containers to hold all that abundance. You see what I mean? It's like, if you had a bag that only held $100,000, how are you going to put $1 million in it? Do you know what I mean? So in an energetic level, it's the same thing. If your company's worth 200K, you have to visualize the energy around you expanding to hold 1 million, 2 million, and get comfortable with that energy. Yeah. So it's all about kind of realizing that everything you desire is there in the universe. Everything. It's up to you to hook to it, stay focused on it, be positive as much as possible, and bringing it into existence, and then change your energy field to receive it. Do you see what I mean?
Okay. So thank you. So how exactly can you do that? Like, let's say if you're making, I don't know, 500K at the moment, and you want to be making 5 million per year. How do you actually visualize this thermostat of money increasing?
So I think everybody's different. Everybody has to do what's best for them. You know, I might say it's a thermostat, but somebody else might say, it doesn't resonate with me. So always find what resonates with you, and maybe just doodle on a piece of paper what you feel, 500K looks like, doodle what 5 million looks like, and just kind of just keep in mind, one, that it is possible. Okay, it's the doubt, isn't it? It's the doubt of how am I going to do it? But everything works backwards, actually. It's like once you hook into the thing, that once you know that you're going to make 5 billion, the how will start to come to you from the universe. Do you see what I mean? So everything works in backwards. So it's like, I would say, if you can, write down, or maybe talk into a microphone, what is your life like now that your company's worth millions? What is it like every day? How are you feeling? How are you looking? And then that's your future self. Your future self is there, okay? And you just need to bring that future self into your kind of energy field now. And so it's like every day just looking at what it's going to be like, feeling the feelings of having this amazing, successful business, and just kind of going with the flow, surrendering to it, and just taking the steps. Like you said, like sometimes I just get this excitement and I don't know what's going to happen. You will start to get that. You'll get these kind of flashes of gut instinct, intuition to say, do this, do that, to start getting you there.
Thank you. Tell us where entrepreneurs can find you.
So I have a website on WordPress called nlight1.wordpress.com. I have a podcast called Nlight1 and a blog. And I've also got a free gift on manifestation. So I don't know if I can send you the link for that. And that will actually show you step by step how to create more financial abundance.
Thank you.
Follow me for more manifestation techniques.